We're going to create this wave painting by using burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, titanium white, phthalo blue, viridian, cadmium yellow, and also some alizarin crimson. First, we are going to take a little bit of our burnt sienna and add some mineral spirits so we can draw onto our canvas. We'll start by creating the rocks, getting the shapes in there. Generally, we are creating a very organic shape that represents rocks both sides so that the wave will be crashing in between them and then make that beautiful splash. So you'll just be doing the line work with this burnt sienna, and it's just a thin layer to guide you as you start blocking in colors. We're going to put in a thin layer of color wherever on the whole piece except for where this wave is. And so like we'll start with the sky and get in some blue up there. And this is also got a little bit of mineral spirits in it just to get it on there quickly so that we have that first layer and we want it to dry fast. So with your oil, the first layers can be very thin by adding just a little bit of mineral spirits so that they dry quickly, because you want the underneath layer to be dry before you put the next layer on. And then the top layers, if you need to thin them, you could use oil. So we will fill in all of the areas that are okay. You want to start with the darkest color that's in that area to block it in. So you're not really doing a lot of detail at this point, just getting in the base color that's the darkest. And so I've made this purple with just the ultramarine and the alizarin crimson, and then this is the phthalo blue that we want to add to the back for that darker, deeper water, and that contrast will really help that white to pop. And we're going to soften that area where the horizon is so that it is hard to see where the sky ends and the water begins, so it's one big splash that goes way back into the water. And so we'll also mix up a nice color for our rocks with the burnt sienna and the ultramarine blue to start blocking in those, and the darker areas like in the bottom right corner. There's a bit of rock that's underneath the wave too that's going to be poking out at the bottom wave area that's kind of through those circular foam that's created with the wave. And so right now we're going to just start blending in some of those blocked in colors to fill in our canvas. And we'll get the rocks filled in almost completely. So I vary the colors so that work is almost done, and now we can start working on the sky. And so this will be probably one of the last layers on the sky, and the blue that's in there already should already be dry, and you're just going to come in and create some variations. And because the water's splashing up also, you get some of that phthalo blue in there, and along with some white and the ultramarine, and also some of the alizarin crimson. So as you look at the picture that we're working from, you'll see these purples working against the yellow that's going to be in that wave, because the white in the wave is actually going to have a little bit of yellow in it that makes it warmer against that purple blue sky. So as you work in the sky, do it so that it's all wet, so that it still stays soft and nicely blended. Over here I've got a little bit of, on the wave, I have a little bit of the yellow and the phthalo to make that green, and a little bit of the viridian. Always keeping in mind that the right side of the wave is going to be dark and the left side is going to be quite light. Robinson is more impressionistic. You can see his strokes are much looser. Having some nice loose strokes in there. I just don't want you to have to work too hard to get that canvas covered.
Oh, I will, either way.
Yeah.
Can't help myself.
Yeah, it's gray in there. Otherwise, it's just too bright.